Therefore, lastly, when I come back during the day, because now the time is 003 100 hours in the early morning of the Sunday morning of the last weekend of the 2019. Therefore, as it is the last weekend of the 2019, because on the middle week of the day of the next week, we will be introduced into a new year, millennium of the Vision 2020. Therefore, over here, the reason that we have managed to compile all our presentations, all our media video links according to this media presentation preview of you that you see in front of us is that when I have managed to come across using my manual research intensive and junior research skills, trying to ensure that all the City of Cape Town, Mayoral Executive Committee, Western Cape Provincial Government, and Western Cape Premier of the Department of the Premier, and all the ministers and ministries and the H and head of departments, straight to the directorates and strategic coordinates and business administrations of all those governmental governments, strategic integrated development plans of 2013 until 2022, all the way from the City of Cape Town and also the one of the comprehensive for TDA, TCT, transport industry. Therefore, in all these 7 years of growth of Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza's empire of companies, 7 years of growth over here, which is the 7 years that I have managed to be now at this level of time of presentations. I've managed in 2013 to receive a hub in the City of Cape Town called the Business Place. At the Business Place, I've managed to be introduced in an online agency called the Angel Capital Market for Funders and Investors since 2013. And all those investors of the agent capital market and also the FinFund one have been waiting and waiting and waiting for my comeback introduction. But now I am so ready as Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza, ready as ever, just like as DJ Ready D of Connecting Cape Town, Good Hope FM. Therefore, I have managed really, guys, not to lie to you, international, worldwide people of the world, straight to also the Bitcoin kings such as the JT Fox and Trevor Noah, with Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza himself putting himself amongst of those Bitcoin kings, because the wheel of fortune, discovery, invention and creation is not a wheel of fortune for the existence of those who are keen enough to have the wealth, but is for those who are keen enough to keep what the revolution of revolutionalist revolutions of any generations of liberations of any movement of slavery contraventions that became the constructive what mental depression, what for the passionate passion of compassion of all the United Nations that were keen enough to share it way back in the beginning of time. But all those what international worldwide companies in power what of the educational universal curriculum systems are the ones who have managed to hide what the mysteries of enduring education and knowledge, and then they use the education system of their own power to manipulate those disadvantaged countries not to have what the same criteria of having one as one United Nations Worldwide Economic Development Growth and World Economic Forum, 7 continental native countries, single universal educational curriculum that will bring us into a one diverse, versatile, one soul, one nation, and in a one goal of the will of fortune. Therefore, those who have managed wanted to keep the inheritance before the first boom boom bangs of the cosmos, before the first boom boom bangs of the universe. But all of those international worldwide, those who know it very well through their chronicles journey of immortality, spirituality, and eternity, that we shall never, ever, and ever, as those one who have managed to discover the will of fortune, to sign any agreement to say that we are ready right now to share it equally. We still have to access a milestone, whether how will this new world order will of fortune discoveries of foreign financial value of currency be in an equal share for each and every country across the United Nations of the World Bank Stock Exchange of the World Economic Growth Forum, all the way from the United Union of Africa, United Unions of Madagascar, Europe, Asia, Indonesia, South America, North America, all the Icelands and Irelands of the global planet Earth, of the 7 seas and 7 oceans, and straight to Antarctica. Therefore, this is the 21st millennium, and this 21st millennium of the 21st century is a millennium years of cyber security, cybernet, innovation technologies. Therefore, most of us here, at any individual state country, we didn't inherit the education of becoming doctorates, degrees, masters of business administration, or masters of any kind of qualification, but we have managed to endure the ushering, illuminating, inheritance, of what we have believed in the existence of time, when the time was not time yet to be time, to be introduced as time of existence. But we've managed to enjoy it through eternity and immortality of our own DNA inheritance of nativity, to protect planet Earth as a native of planet Earth. Therefore, the will of fortune discovered by Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza is the key point, power of intelligence behind all of these integrated books, and all of those books that you will find as junior research through a preview with a LCD TV in front, maybe playing a channel from the DSTV, and then those media video presentations presented through a view of a TV in front of the global network of the advanced management to navigate and leverage the global economy of huge opportunities of the advanced management. Hashtag 9 Winter 2017, 29 business schools in 26 nations. Therefore, those resolutions and solutions of junior research, junior intensive, are a combination of the resolutions and solutions of Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation for the agenda towards 2063 for Africa. Therefore, we are closing here and saying that you will manage to meet different playlist on my YouTube channel, Cesar Brian Makaluza, and then they will be having this media preview of this library corner invented in 2019